Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you for all your likes, subscribe, and shares. This is a reading today for the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And today's message is about an internal journey. Your map of what all you need to do as you're going along on that journey, going into the future, and what you're going to find along the way as you get there. This is a beautiful message this morning, guys. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but it definitely feels like some of you have come to a point where, with what we have on the table going on here, a lot of you have already come through knowing what your gifts are, and now you are on a different path of discovery, it feels like, because of some internal things that are going on. So I'm going to explain to y'all how this message goes. So I pulled the runes first to see where a lot of people are at, okay? And the next part of it, then we have the map deck telling you, after the main message, telling you what you're going to find on the journey as you start moving forward. And then I asked what you were going to find once you get there, but guys, it seems like it's all internal. And I'm just going to dive right in here and explain it to you as we go along. And like I said, it's not going to resonate for everybody, but for those of you that it does, something new. So let's begin. So first of all, we start off with, you now have a new foundation to work from. You're realizing what your gifts are. And like I said yesterday, in the Earth reading, a lot of people are starting to hear movie clips. They're starting to hear songs. They're starting to listen. You're starting to picking up on the signs and synchronicities, no matter what way they come to you. Because now you have definitely come through your spiritual awakening at some point, and you have spiritual attainment. And you're stopping to listen to all the signs and synchronicities, and you're starting to put 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 4. You know, you're putting everything together. Okay, so now you are on your journey going forward because you have a lot more clarity, and I'm going to explain why that is. So a lot of people are picking up all these signs and synchronicities as now creating a lot more flow, because you're starting to understand what it is you're picking up. You're actually starting to understand your messages. You're getting a lot of flow here, and you're intuitively knowing what the messages are. And I say that because then we have birth. Okay, we have Burka for birth, and then we also have strength. So this is also to me signifying, the healers, the psychic mediums, all the people with all the different gifts. You are more whole now, and when you get some of the signs and stuff, you're actually starting to intuitively figure out what they mean. Okay, because then we have breakthrough of process of self-change, path of destiny, things that were secret, or that you didn't understand, you are now understanding. And the reason why you're understanding is because you're stopping to figure it out. You're starting to associate actions of other people, things that you're feeling like you need to do, with signs and synchronicities that you're picking up from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones. They're speaking to you, and as a spiritual warrior, this is all internal, but you are starting to understand now. You're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I say that because we have reversed manas. Okay? So this isn't going, and that's why, this manas side up is going from the microchism to the macrochism, but it's on an internal level. Okay? Because you've already gone through the microchism to the macrochism, and you are understanding the messages on an internal level, and what you're starting to put the pieces together. Okay, and this is giving you a lot of relief, because now you're starting to, at least on an intuitive level, if not a conscious level, subconsciously, you're starting to realize it all. You're starting to understand, because you have this opening. So rather, you're seeing signs and synchronicities that you understand, you're intuitively knowing what they are. So like maybe you hear a song, or you have a psychic dream, or you overhear something, and they're saying within 3 days, you'll understand what it's 3 to 7 days. You will understand as these messages come in. So they're saying for a lot of you, if you don't understand it instantaneously, you understand it within a 3 to 7 day period, they're saying. Okay? So this is on an internal level, but you're understanding a lot more. They're saying your crown chakra, a chakra that's right above your head. They're saying all your chakras are starting to align, but on an intuitive level, which is your heart chakra, your crown chakra, and your top chakra. I can forget what it's called. They're saying all of those are now speaking to you and starting to work together, like they're all spinning, okay? They're all now helping you to make connections because you've come through the completion of beginnings and you're on the other side of it now. So you are intuitively picking up these things, and now you're becoming more whole, okay? And you're also in the process of learning new things that help make the new intuitive hits that you're picking up make sense to you, and it's making you more whole, and you are now becoming a more spiritual being, they're saying, okay? And that a lot of you have healed a lot of things, this Hagless disruption, and a lot of more things are just making sense because you are listening, you are paying attention to the wisdom from your own oversoul, higher self, spiritual counselors. And a lot of you have released the past. You have let go of what you don't understand because now you have new understanding available to you, and this is bringing in immense joy. And guys, that is the overall message. It's extremely internal, but it's now becoming external because you're understanding and putting the pieces together. 3 to 5 days, a lot of you, if it's not instantaneous, within 3 to 5 days, they're saying you will start putting more pieces together. Okay? So then I asked, well, what about on the journey going forward from that? Okay? And they're saying, you then have the education card. They're saying, if you don't understand something, you're going to find out what it is, rather by looking it up, reading a book, listening to other conversations. Maybe you'll go online and listen to some kind of TED Talk, or going to the library, asking a teacher, they're saying. You will do the research to understand the things you don't understand. Or if you realize you have a new gift, you'll go do the research to figure out, well, what all is this gift entailed for most people? In other words, you'll go online and look at, okay, well, I'm starting to have psychic dreams. So what all comes with those psychic dreams? How do they work? You know what I'm saying? You'll go look up something. Again, they're showing me that dream I had that one time, guys, of the house I told y'all about. So some of you may have some deja vus, where you realize something that you see or hear is actually a dream from the past that's now coming to fruition. Fruitation. I'm not pronouncing it right. But at any rate, you're going to start getting an education on an intuitive level as well as doing research, because you're putting 2 and 2 together, which is going to give you movement, okay? Because you're going to start understanding more things, and you're going to have some more things come that you're not going to know about, but you're going to start doing the research because you're going to start listening to your internal compass. And again, that's your psychic dreams, your spiritual counselors. And guys, you see that spark? It's going to open up a whole lot of things to you. And guys, frogs, there's a little frog on here. Guys, frogs are good luck. In my pagan beliefs, it is wrong to kill a frog. Okay? Because they bring good luck. They bring grounding capabilities, they're saying. They bring other things to you. I'm not sure what they're trying to say. But by following your internal compass, you see how you have all this light coming out here? They say when you start listening and tuning in as you go forward, you're going to know what you need to do, what you need to look for. Okay? And they say a lot of you are not having a problem by following this inner light, by letting go of the past. Now, some of you will need to make friends with the past. They're saying it's going to be different for all of you. And some of you are going to see all the different opportunities and all the different ways that you can go by becoming this new person. Okay? Because you are metamorphosing and coming out of this chrysalis into being a new being, a being filled of light. They're saying some of you may be, of course, again, some of you are going to be the healers. Some of you are going to be psychic mediums, earth healers, laying on of hands healers, whatever direction that you take your gift into, or whatever, any kind of new job or any kind of new anything you do, your gifts and your spirit counselors will go with you, and you will find yourself being of more what? Having more wisdom. They're pointing out that this is like an owl's face. They're saying you're going forth with new wisdom because you're putting all these things together. Again, guys, this is on an internal level. So if you're starting to see some things come to light that you're just having intuitive hits all the time, and guys, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, I've done shorts, I've done videos on all these intuitive hits where I would get bing, something would come and I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'd have something else and then something else. Some of you, they're saying this is going to move very, very fast for you. Yeah, they're saying a lot of you are going to have a lot of new things come in. You're just going to have a whole bunch of new understanding. Things are just going to be opening up for you in a way that you did not know before, because now you're putting all these things together. And a lot of you, they're saying, are going to be committed. Again, this is that spark between people. A lot of you are going to be seeing that spark, that intuitive hit, or that you're going to feel something. They're pointing out to me that I recently made, he lived here for a while there. I recently made a new friend that he and I are actually sitting and talking about the different things that we've been picking up on intuitively. And both of us realized that every time we would see each other, we would see that spark, but we didn't know it was the spark. So I have personally experienced this. The angels, y'all's spirit guides and counselors are telling me, talk about this. So I realized the past couple of days while me and him had been talking, that every time I'd see him, I'd be going, didn't he used to live at the park? And I just would be looking at him trying to figure out, what am I feeling from this? Why do I keep seeing him? Every time I see him, why does something go? Well, guys, it's that spark. So if you're seeing other people and you're feeling like something intuitive and you're trying to pull it in, it's because you're going from the not understanding to the understanding. You're seeing that spark with other people. And him and I have been, the past, week, we have talked a lot about our intuitions. He told me this morning about some, he's like, I heard this song and that song in my head. I said, they're talking to you. Your angels and spirit guides are giving you messages, or your own higher self, your oversoul. Some people call it an oversoul, some call it your higher self. I said, you're getting these intuitive hits because they're telling you something. You have to figure out what it is they're telling you. So that to me was actually proof of other people getting that, which I didn't need the proof. I already knew it, but y'all need to know it, that when you're getting those songs, when you're getting those, seeing those movie clips, when you're getting those sudden feelings of, why is that person standing out to me? Or why is this event that someone talked about standing out to me? They're telling you. It's up to you to figure it out. That's where the education comes in, but you will figure it out. Okay. And if it's unknown to you, you just have to unlock the mystery. Okay. That's where this opening up, this breakthrough and things that are secrets are now no longer becoming secrets because you're starting to understand them. Does that make sense, guys? Like I said, that's not going to resonate for everybody. And then I was asking them, well, what are they going to find when they get there? And they just gave me more internal stuff. So we have eagle medicine. And this card speaks about, let me read. I'm just going to read it again to y'all, guys. But it's talking about having your tools. Let's see here. Hang on just a second, guys. So eagle medicine is profound connection to the Creator and the heavenly realms. Again, that's that spark, guys. That not only between people, but it's between it's having the ability to see things from a higher perspective, having courage and stamina, and having the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or by others. It's a time of being committed and facing fear, overcoming it, because now you have the opportunity to see life from a rare vantage point because you're putting all those things together. Does that make sense? It's telling you to you have the strength to overcome any adversity because your prayers are being answered, okay? And you have the capacity to channel extraordinary life force energy through your hands, okay? So this could be a lot of you that are hands-on healers again, okay? And having the, to me, it also talks about being an earth healer, okay? And it talks about, to me, of just having that way to be able to see in a way you haven't seen before. Does that make sense, guys? And I really feel like that's what they're trying to point out to you, is now you've got that ability, because now you have done that metamorphosis, and you do have that ability of being able to understand in a way you could not understand before, okay? And that's going to help out a lot. All right, guys? So then we have Spirit of Earth. And it's talking about things blossoming in your life, being grounded and being strong, being more connected with nature. It's also talking about detoxifying your body and paying attention to how your body feels and responding accordingly. Okay? Because you really need to have objects in your home that make you feel good every time you see them, being present and creating a better home for your soul. Because now you've gone through all this healing, all this understanding of your gifts, all this coming to fruition of knowing where you're at, and having put together a lot of different things. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to y'all. And then we have Warrior of the Heart. We've got this giant polar bear here, and guys, I think polar bears aren't the biggest bear that we have out there. And they live in the ice and the snow. It's not really a pleasant place where they live, but it's talking about having the spirit of a warrior of the light. And guys, we have that on Tyr. Tyr is your spiritual warrior. So it says, no matter what other people tell you or whatever, this isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Now is when you have immense courage to be able to take a risk, go forward in your life, knowing that you have your gifts and that your spirit guides and angels have your back. It's a time to live through your heart chakra rather than your mind, and honoring your truth, and also speaking up for yourself. That's also kicking this past to the curb. So if you feel like something in your past is still hurting you in some way, it's time to definitely heal that last little bit to go forward on your journey, knowing with your heart that you're doing what you're being called to do. Okay? And Spirit of Air to me is also being courageous and having the listening to your intuition. Because air has to do also with mental clarity and putting your heart and your mind together to be a whole healer, and not letting nothing stop you if you feel called to do your journey. Okay? And again, guys, this is all internal. And guys, when you go through this internal stuff, what's on the inside, once everything on the inside is healed and you now know you're going into the future, it's just like what is above, as above, so below. What's within is also without. And everything starts within on the inside before it comes out on the outside. Okay, I know a lot of people don't believe that, but when you start doing all these things on the inside and you've made this metamorphosis and then you've made a commitment to it, everything then, more opportunities, openings come up, other people, other places, other things just start popping up in your life. Okay, like this new friend that I made, we did not realize that we had so much in common. He didn't live here for very long, and I'm just like totally amazed when we sat down and talked about how much on an intuition level, how much we think alike, feel alike. He's also a healer, I believe. He says, well, I've been trying to close off these things for a long time. I'm like, well, it's up to you what you do with your gifts. Because he's clairaudient. He didn't know that's what it was. He goes, yeah, when I was like in my early 20s, just like my daughter-in-law, he says, I started hearing all these people, and I said, well, you're clairaudient. That's why. Now he's got a different type of clairaudient than I do. Me, I just hear my spirit guides and stuff a lot more. But he picks up literal people's voices. And he's learned how to tune it down. He's like, what am I going to do with that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. So guys, explore your gifts now that you know. Do this education. Figure out what it is, where you want to go with it. Okay? Because what's been on the inside is now going to be on the outside. You're going to start seeing all these opportunities come up to you as you go forward because all this internal stuff's been done. So guys, that's what I have for you this morning. Guys, this is a wonderful message because this is telling me you have completed a whole bunch of stuff on the inside. And now a lot of you Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis are now going to be going into the future with all of this internal stuff cemented because you have this commitment card. It's up to you what you do with it. So guys, I hope this resonated for a lot of you and made some sense to a lot of you. I hope they're telling me some of you are going to hear a bell go off. Guys, be a light in the darkness. Be a hero. Be your own hero. If you can help someone else, do. Until next time, Lana Scott, Lighthouse.